Hey everybody, good morning.
How y'all doing? How y'all doing out there in Spark FM land?
Hey now.
What y'all saying? What y'all saying?
What it do?
All right, what it
I like
do?
that. I like what it do. You know, I like what up, dude.
What up, dude?
I like that.
Why? What makes you like that?
I don't know. I think it's cute.
Say more words.
What up, dude? Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Saucy and Friends in the Morning. It's your girls, Hot Sauce, and me, Miss Tony. We are here today. It is January 14th. January 14th. We are almost halfway through the month of January. It is Wednesday, and it's a scorcher.
It is a scorcher.
Yeah.
It is a scorcher.
Yeah.
It is a scorcher.
What am I going to say? So I am so looking forward to this weekend. Why am I looking forward to this weekend? Not this weekend.
Okay.
I am looking forward to tonight. Tonight is Bingo and Mingle. If you guys follow the Spark FM social media pages, you have seen the commercial that I did for Bingo and Mingle. Come on, do all things. It's going to be a really, really good time. I'm looking forward to that. You know, we need something like that to break up the week. Today is hump day. We need something good to get us over the hump. We're going to have great music by DJ Coach Chris, Mr. Dirt, and DJ Live. They're going to be double teaming us tonight. We're going to have the bingo table set up. There's going to be lots of prizes. Hopefully, we'll get a lot of really, really good people out here because, yeah, it's January. It's time to mingle. We only got a month. 1 month from today is Valentine's Day. And we need people to be linked up, hooked up, and things like that.
Lincoln Hook.
Hook and sinker.
Hook, line, and sinker.
Hook, line, and sinker. But anyways, we got a great show in store for you today. We have a great guest coming in. Mr. Rufus Falk of The Mix is going to come in and tell us what's going on over there. And we've got, like I said, lots of great things coming up. Don't forget, Brunch and Burners is coming up January 31st. We need, that's brunch for and self-defense class, gun safety class for the community.
Yes.
Anybody who wants to come out, but there's going to be brunch and burners, bingo and mingle. And then, of course, on Sunday is Fetology, which will follow the Embrace Sneaker Ball.
Yep,
so it's going to be, there's lots of good things to look forward to for this weekend, and I'm excited about it.
It's an action-packed weekend.
It's an action-packed weekend.
Oh, because it is Martin Luther King weekend,
is.
too.
This is the King holiday week that we're leading up into. So there's lots and lots of things that are actually occurring throughout the weekend. If you're interested in finding out more activities, you can go to mlkboston.com and you can find out about all the activities that are going on there. Of course, is the Boston Children's Chorus concert happening at the Boston Symphony Orchestra on Monday. I'm so excited and looking forward to that, and lots of other things that are going on throughout the weekend.
Yeah, I'm excited too. It's gonna be great.
Yes.
It's gonna be great. And we're going to have a funky good time.
We're gonna have a funky good time.
Show me the show.
Yes, I can, and I need to go open the door. And so that's that. How are you doing, Sauce?
I am doing good. I've had a really busy couple of days, trying to get work and everything done and situated so that we're off to a good, smooth 2026. So this is going to be a fun time for everybody, a fun time. With that said, because we're interest of time, we're going to get the show started and then open the door, do all the things, and then you guys will be ready to go. So let me just do a little quick reset with a little break, and then we'll be back ready to go.
The Spark of New England, Spark FM.
Bringing the heat back to the airwaves.
Spark FM.
Some of them don't like me. Some of them just fight me. All of them could rock so.
Spark FM.
One girl every day. One girl every day. Say me name and me magically appear.
Spark FM.
Body better get her cause she out here looking fun. Better pop it because I'm out here popping mine. Like this Don Julio gon' do the trick every time.
Spark FM.
So can you come pick up your clothes? I have them folded.
Join us on Facebook and Instagram at Spark FM Online. Turn us up.
All right, let's take a look.
All right, we are back. We are back. And I don't know how much of anything that I have gotten done in that little 2-second break that I had here. But I am here in the building. And while Miss Tony is gathering our guests and making sure that everything is good and ready to go, I will just entertain you with the basics of the show. Today is January 14th. It's January 14th, and it is 9:35 a.m. Weather feels like 37, but 46. We're going to reach a high of 52 degrees today. I don't think any of you guys had that planned or seen that coming. I know that I didn't. So I'm excited about the weather in itself. Yesterday was a really, really beautiful day, too. Yesterday was a really, really nice day. But today is even better. So if you've been hiding in the house and trying to stay away from the winter and the snow and all those things, then please rest assured that today is going to be a great day. You are tuned into Saucy and Friends in the Morning. We are here every Monday through Friday from 9 to 11, giving you all the local, the national, and the entertainment news. And I don't know where Miss Tony went. She said she was going to open the door, and she has completely disappeared. I don't know if I should be frightened or not. I do not have the show in front of me, so I don't know what to tell you guys about what we can possibly do today. However, what has been really funny and has made my day is yesterday, I saw the new Drewski skit. And if you don't know who Drewski is, he is a comedian and pretty much online or, influencer type person. And this time he's making fun of, he goes around and he makes fun of just random things. Like I remember one time he dressed up as a racist white man. He did a full white face, white body, completely painted his skin in white, and then he went and hung out in probably one of the most racist towns here in America, just to kind of troll them and to see what they would say and if they would accept him and stuff like that. And they did. So this time he's making fun of mega churches. And if you haven't seen that already, make sure that you go and look at it. I posted it on my page. I posted it on my page to make sure that you guys are able to see it. And we will go from there. Yes. I don't know where Miss Tony went, and she did not send me the show, so I can't even start with you today. And I don't have anything to say. So I'm going to take another break, and I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. We're going to get it together in 1 or 2 seconds just to see what is going on here in America. I will be right back. Right back.
Massachusetts has programs that everyday homeowners pay for, but never look into. Have you ever considered why some homes have panels and others don't? If you have Eversource, National Grid, or Unitil for electricity, you are paying for your neighbors to get panels at no cost. The charges are on the bill. Why not get someone to pay for yours? This program also helps with re-roofing, tree cutting, and electrical upgrades. If you're tired of short-term solutions for a long-term problem, connect with Bakari to find out if your home meets the requirements to upgrade at no cost out of pocket. Save the planet, future-proof your family for power outages, and save tens of thousands of dollars on an otherwise lifelong bill. Mention Spark when you call or text SPARK to 617-833-8940 to get 2 months off your power bill covered if your home gets selected.
Spark FM.
Some of them don't like me, some of them just fight me. All of them could rock so.
Spark FM.
One girl every day, one girl every day. Say me name and me magically appear.
Spark FM.
Body better get her, cause she out here looking fun. Better pop it, because I'm out here popping mine. Don like this Don Julio gon' do the trick every time.
Spark FM.
So can you come pick up your clothes? I had them folded.
You want to us on Facebook and Instagram at sparkfmonline.com. Turn us up.
All right, let's take a look.
Hear me? All right, all right. Now we are back in the building. Everybody can be heard. Everything is up and running fine and nice, and I feel good about it now, I believe. Okay, and now we're too loud. And all right, so let's get right into the local news. Miss Tony.
Yes, we got into it. BPD Community Alert. Detectives seek the public's help identifying the following individuals in relation to a break-in and entering in Dorchester. This is terrible news. People, why do people do this? Oh, wow. BPD detectives. So this is a young girl and a young man that they're looking for. Suspect 1 is described as a light-skinned male wearing all. Suspect 2 is described as light-skinned female with black hair, wearing black pants, white T-shirt, and a red coat. The Boston Police Department is actively reviewing the facts and circumstances surrounding this incident. The pictured involved in a breaking and entering incident that occurred around 1:53 p.m. on Monday, January 12th, in the area of 485 Blue Hill Avenue.
I wonder how the hell we supposed to identify that man in this big black coat with this mask on and this hood and these gloves.
Yeah, I don't understand why that would be who they
Why would
want
you
us
even
to describe.
Put that maybe because once we figure out who she is, we can be like, oh yeah, that's John too. Like I guess because they got some clear. How come he didn't tell her to hide herself too?
Exactly. And where is it? Oh, because I say, I wish my building had cameras to get
They
the people
probably do.
who be robbing, taking all of our stuff.
One of y'all should just install a little home camera in there one time your own selves so you can look at it and monitor it.
You're right. And I should.
Mm-hmm.
And I wonder how I can. The city cancels another developer's plans for vacant lot land across the street from the BPD headquarters. Now looks to build new Madison Park High School there instead. What?
Excuse me, say it again one more
What
time.
y'all talk about? You know that parcel. What was that? Parcel 5 or whatever.
P5.
P5. They canceled somebody else's contract that was there, and now they say they're going to build a new Madison Park High School there.
Tell me why would they need to build a new Madison Park High School when Madison Park already got a high school?
Can't you just
Fix it?
fix the one that's there? I don't know. Let's get into this story. This sounds silly to me. What is this? The Globe reports the Boston Planning Department says it will cancel plans for life sciences and residential development, a space for an Embrace Boston Museum on the nearly 8-acre P3 parcel that has long sat unused on Tremont Street across from the Boston Police Department headquarters, and will instead look at using it to build a replacement for the neighboring Madison Park Vocational School. HYM and My City at Peace had one city approval in 2023 for a complex 4 years after the then BPDA finally yanked approval for another group's mall focus plans because the effort had gone nowhere for 12 years.
What?
I don't know what that story says, but that is all that the story says.
I don't, wait, can we go to the actual Globe report? Because I don't understand.
The Globe be trying to play us sometimes.
The Globe pisses me off. Because first of all, why do y'all have to have a paid membership for us to even look at something?
Right. That's
I think
dumb.
it's silly. Let me see if I can.
So
pull it up
remember
on
we
my
had
phone.
spoken to the guys who had gotten the P3 parcel, right?
Wasn't that?
That was so long ago.
Yeah.
So what are y'all doing? That's
Let me
silly.
see if I can get the Globe article for you guys so I can see if there's any more detail in it, because that just sounds very silly.
Yeah.
Why would you do that? I don't think that they should move. Like, I feel like everybody can understand and come to the conclusion that we should focus a lot of our priorities on Madison Park.
Yeah.
Why would you need to move that is such a large campus.
Such
A large campus. So
And is it less to build a whole building than to repair the current building?
I just don't feel that would be, because that's a lot more sheetrock, unless to deconstruct and reconstruct is a double fine. But
Yeah.
to build things into the ground sounds very. I want to know more about what that even means. Then I didn't know that it was proposed for a mall offering when we have Warren Park. What is that called?
Washington Park
Washington
Mall.
Park Mall right up the street. Why would we need another one? Second of all, why wouldn't we? I think I like the plans that they had before with like the commercial, the residential, the museum, and all kinds of
And
stuff.
the new Embrace. It's going to be a new Embrace
Yeah,
something
monument.
there.
Yeah. That's
I don't know.
And I can't get the article from the Globe. I wonder why it keeps on shutting me out. Like I don't have a paid subscription that I took from somebody else.
Uh-oh.
That's crazy. I can get it, but I don't feel like it. We're gonna read more about it. The O'Brien is attached right next to it. Weren't they moving the O'Brien at one point too? They were moving the O'Brien by
They want to
English.
separate them?
Yeah, they were gonna move the O'Brien to English High, I think it was, and then the residents and everybody decided that they weren't gonna do that. That they were gonna keep O'Brien where it was. So now move Why they? First of all, why'd y'all put that school next to that school so close together? Why is there two schools so close together?
I mean, it always was. Different.
Yeah, one an exam school, and they're not. The thing is that they're not supposed to be so different.
Yeah.
They're different because it makes it seem like O'Brien is better than Madison because it's an exam school.
Yeah.
When Madison is the one of the only tech high schools in the region
In the
or
city,
something
in
like
the
that.
city, yeah.
No, I think it's more than just the city. I think it's like it has a bigger accolade attached to it, like regional or something like that. Y'all need to just fix Madison and make it state of the art and stop doing foolishness about it with it.
Because
Cut it
it's
out.
so valuable, especially now.
Yeah.
Especially now. Braden makes city council makes assignments for city council committees. Boston City Council President Liz Braden has made her picks for committee chairs, which the body is expected to approve at their meeting on January 28th. The Ways and Means Committee, which controls the council's budgetary process, went to District 6 Councilor Ben Weber, who is seen as closely allied with Mayor Wu. I've never heard of him.
Weber, I think them the white people his name was coming up a lot during this whole thing as well. Keep going on.
Vice chair of the committee is District 3 Councilor John Fitzgerald, who is also chair of the Post Audit and Public Health, Homelessness and Recovery. The Government Operations Committee chair is Gabriela Coletta Zapata. Is that the one she wanted?
Yes.
Okay, who will serve as Braden's vice president. Ruth Z. Louisiane is vice chair of that committee and will lead arts, culture, and tourism, along with a panel on the census and redistricting. Planning, Development, and Transportation will be chaired by District 8 Councilor Sharon Durkin, with the vice chairmanship in the hands of Fitzgerald.
Durkin and Fitzgerald.
He's going to vice chair too. You can do. I don't know. Henry Santana was assigned to lead a panel on public safety and criminal justice, and another focus on veterans and military affairs.
That's not what I voted for him to do.
Me either. Isn't it youth that
Yes.
he's supposed to be with?
Yeah.
District 4 Councilor Brian Roel, who came one vote shy of winning the presidency last week, will head labor and economic development, which now includes the work of former committee on small business and professional licensure. He also heads environmental justice, resiliency, and parks.
Really?
They weren't first choice, Worrell said of his assignments, but I'm hoping to dive into the work with labor and workforce development.
He was Ways and Means before, right? He was who's Ways and Means this time? I don't know what it means, but I know that that's a big one that they want because that's what he was before.
I think. Oh, I don't know. He has previously championed issues on business opportunity, helping expand liquor licenses, the availability of liquor licenses in undeserved communities, and expanding access to workforce development. It is in line with a lot of the work we've done in this office, he said in his new committee position. At-large Councilor Julia Mejia, who is heading education, noted that none of the top committee assignments, government operation, ways and means, and planning and development went to councilors of color.
See?
Color.
Ways and Means.
None of the electeds of color were assigned to chair any of the top 3 most powerful committees, said Mejia, referring to Ways and Means, Government Operations, and Planning and Development and Transportation. Given the current political climate, especially at the federal level, we must continue to center racial equality in the distribution of power and responsibilities at the local level.
Is this a race issue now? We're gonna have to get Julia in here to talk the things because I'm confused.
Yeah. District 2's Councilor Ed Flynn, who was appointed chair of city services, agreed. I think that's a mistake, he said. I think there should have been opportunities for a city councilor of color to be on the Ways and Means, especially as we go into a challenging budgetary process.
He was the Ways and Means chair before. So why did they take him out of the role and put him there? Why didn't they give you? I'm not going to fight for politics.
In a statement, Braden said, as Boston continues to change, the Boston City Council must evolve with it. These committee assignments reflect a commitment to clearer oversight and strong collaboration. By realigning responsibilities and creating new committees where needed, we're positioning the council to better address the everyday needs of our neighborhoods. Now it's time to get to work for the people of Boston. The council is expected to vote on the committee assignments and approve its rules for the session during a meeting on Wednesday, January 28th. The full list of assignments is right here. So Ruth C. is, we already said. So who's Ways and Means?
I don't know.
Planning, Development, and Transportation is Durkin.
Interesting.
Ways and Means is Weber.
Durkin is the one that went to her house, right? Went to the lady's house?
Yep.
Yep.
Pilot Agreements, Institutional and Intergovernmental Relations is Durkin. Public Health, Homelessness, and Recovery, Fitzgerald. Yeah. Rules and Administration.
Durkin,
but Rules and Administration, it says Braden, and I thought that she couldn't do that as the president.
So Durkin gets all of the big power, and after she done lobbied for a new person, and then Liz comes in and gives everybody. See, this is why we need to talk to Carlos, because I don't know if this is me being skeptical, or if this is really something that we should be concerned about. I'm ready to figure it out.
Culpeper got civil rights, racial equality, and immigrant advancement.
Interesting.
It's Culpeper time in there.
It's Culpeper time. I mean, that's what he does anyways, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like Brian's assignments are not necessarily terrible. I mean, small business and licensure and parks, that's big for events. That's big for that's kind of good for our community right there.
Labor and Economic Development to include former Committee on Small Business and Professional Licensure.
Yeah.
And Environmental Justice, Resiliency, and Parks. How do those three go together?
I don't know.
Parks.
Well, Parks is big because Parks deals with all of like permitting and all kinds of stuff.
Yes, but how does that go with environmental justice and resiliency? Oh, I guess environmental justice. I don't know.
We're out in the environment? Yeah, where does Durkin rep it? What does she get? She got Ways and Means and what else?
Durkin has pilot agreements, institutional and intergovernmental relations, and planning, development, and transportation.
That sounds terrible for her. I don't like her because I never met her.
Weber has Ways and Means.
Oh, so all the white people got all of the best committees, and all the black people got whatever's left for your little community. I'm not making it sound like that. I don't know what's going on. You guys don't take my word for it. This is just my.
Hassas, you're just a horrible person.
I am. Good thing India got a sail on wings.
Democratic Massachusetts Congresswoman declines run for 2026 seat. Ayanna Pressley will not be running for Congress in.
She's keeping her original.
Position.
Yeah.
She's not whatever. So it's Moulton versus.
Seth Moulton's our friend.
Seth Moulton. I mean, if his press person will get back to us. Anyway, I don't know about that. But anyway,
this is so interesting.
I
can't wait till you guys make sure that you guys clock in for next Tuesday because we gonna get all up in it.
Yeah. So it's Markey and Seth Moulton that are running. That will be running.
Oh, that's gonna be so interesting.
Where did you go? So that is what's going on there. We still have Ayanna. She's not going anywhere. She's still here for us. So that is that. What else do we have here? Crazy news. Where'd the girl go? She got up and walked away. Bill would let Massachusetts retailers pass credit card fees to customers. And I, for one, am not happy about that. Massachusetts, there's a new bill that would let retailers can pass credit card fees on to the customers. That is a video. So what does it say? It says,
oh, I'm so tired. It ran so quickly. Don't worry about that door.
So that's that. Anyhow, credit card fees will be passed on. There's a bill in the works that could make credit card fees be passed off to us.
Did you also see that Donald Trump is going to be capping credit card interest rates 10%? Up to they can't go above 10% for 1 year.
Oh, good.
Nope.
Why?
Because, hold on, I'm breathing so hard. Because nothing that Donald Trump does is good.
I mean, it's good for me because I have some credit cards whose interest rate right now is at 30%,
Yeah.
which is ridiculous. So I'll take it for 1 year so I can pay off everything.
If you do pay it for 1
If I-
year,
if
and
I
then
can.
when you come back, they're gonna probably hike it up to another 40%. So you're not gonna do nothing. It's gonna go everything that you paid off. By the time that year come, if you didn't finish pay it off, it's most likely gonna double, and you'll never be finished paying it off.
Child, right now. I want so bad to get me one of them 18-month zero introduction APR cards so I can transfer everything onto that and only have that, and I will pay it off in that time. But anyway, what else? Yesterday, I was talking to someone yesterday. Dr. Lisa. So I went to go get my eyes done. Gallery Optometrics down in Nubian Square. Go down there, see Dr. Lisa. She doesn't have any appointments until June, but great.
Set people down. Don't sit down and wait.
What
for
an amazing
6 months.
experience. I learned, I could give a lesson in optometrics today. By the way, people, last week I thought that I had something going on in my eye. I thought that I had a little retinal detachment or a small developing eye cancer.
Oh, wow.
I just needed some sleep and my eyes are very healthy. The blood vessels are good. I saw everything. My thing right there in the middle that helps you see is great. So anyhow, I don't have any macular degeneration.
What the hell is macular degeneration?
Go see Dr. Lisa. She will teach you how to learn. I know how I see now.
Can't go see her till June. So I should probably figure out my stigmatism.
She was telling me her daughter took out a loan to go to college, $14,000 loan. Mm-hmm. Guess how much the interest? So she took out a $14,000 loan. At the end of the term of the thing, guess how much she has to repay?
$28,000.
$40,000.
Oh, damn.
The interest is
Wow.
$30,000.
And Donald Trump is going to tax your ass so hard.
Listen.
Interest is 38%. Yeah, that's crazy.
All these next three stories are all videos. The video shows a man hanging off of a pickup truck on the Mass Pike. What is that about? I'm going to read. Oh, there's a story. Good. So can you try to pull up the video? A wild video shows a man holding onto the back of a pickup truck as it drove on Massachusetts Turnpike in Boston on Tuesday morning. The man can be seen hanging off of the vehicle before dropping down onto the highway. What? Old Ben Santos, who recorded the video, said the man tried to get inside the truck several times. I tried to honk at the guy, but the guy didn't pay attention. He just drove off, Santos said. The video shows the man holding on for at least 10 seconds before dropping off, picking up his lost shoe, and moving on to the next vehicle.
Just like nothing happened?
Yeah. He tried to get into some other car, and that's pretty much it, Santos said. And the car they drove away. Mass State Police said they responded after 10 a.m. to mile marker 134 and Interstate 90 eastbound after a report of a person having a mental health crisis. In addition to the incident recorded on video, police said the man had jumped onto the hood of a Mass Department of Transportation vehicle before troopers arrived. MassDOT said it did not have any information about its equipment or personnel being involved. I was surprised and I was like, damn, that is not normal, Santos said.
Oh, shit. Look at that.
He was taken by Boston EMS to a nearby hospital to be evaluated. I can't see it.
Look at it.
Wait, I'm trying. I didn't log into the stream.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
No, didn't he jump? I think I was listening to this yesterday. I think that man jumped. He jumped. Let me see if I can get the clip up for you guys right now. That's crazy. That is so crazy. Yeah, they said that he jumped.
He jumped what?
There was like he was hanging from like he
we're not showing.
What do you mean?
The billboard is up. We lost the video.
I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know why that is happening, but you guys give me a little second because this doesn't have any controls on it to play the video. That's crazy. Yeah, this doesn't have any. I can't play the video for some reason, but you guys can just look at the. Look at what you're seeing right here. And
They're not seeing it.
I know.
Oh my gosh! Look at him.
Yeah.
Oh, but where did he get on?
I don't know. I think he jumped from the overpass. That's what I think that's what I think happened. He jumped from the overpass. I don't know why I can't play this video. That is crazy.
I love that this girl's name is Jericho. That is amazing.
Say some words.
I am. There's so moving on. There also is a video now that shows the shove that led to the assault charges for the man in the TD Garden. They kept on showing us pictures of the police, a still picture of the police. So now there's actual video of that shove. And then in some really crazy news, the timeout. Oh no! I skipped this one. Hat off.
Okay, here we go.
All right.
Your small
Sorry,
business
you're
taxes.
going so fast. So fast. Okay. Here we go. Let me just play the commercial, get the commercial running. Tristan needs to come back to work because this is not professional, and I'm very sorry, you guys. Here is the
Center
video.
5's John Atwater joins us live from Boston. John.
Well, Maria, we just spoke with the man who recorded that video. It all happened this morning. He says he could not believe what was going on the pike today. Now, here is that video again, and you see that man clinging to the back of that pickup truck. And this man says this went on for about 30 seconds before that man tumbled onto the pike. He estimates they were going about 20 to 30 miles an hour. Now, the man who recorded the video says that the other man stopped that gray pickup right in the middle of the pike coming out of the city and then tried to jump into the bed of that truck. The truck then apparently started driving, and the man hung onto the back of the truck until he fell onto the highway. Again, this all happened around 10 this morning. Investigators say that man was having a mental health crisis. He was taken to the hospital, but amazingly, he was not seriously hurt. We're live in Boston. John Atwater, WCBB News.
Amazing.
That's crazy.
He wasn't hurt. You see, he got up, grabbed his shoe, and then went
started running
to the next car.
That is, imagine you driving. Imagine you just driving your car on the highway and you look in your rear view mirror and see somebody hanging off the back of your truck that just jumped from above.
Yeah.
What are you supposed to do with that?
The question is, did the driver know that the guy was hanging on the truck?
No, because that's just him driving, minding his business, and the guy jumping on the truck. That's insane.
Oh, wow.
People are just very, very crazy.
Hat offs could soon join Doyle's as a memory in JP.
No.
Board approves replacement by apartments.
No.
Yeah.
What board approved that? Why would you take out one of the most long-lasting, cheapest gas stations in the area? And Hats Off has about 72 pumps, and each one of those pumps be occupied no matter what time of day you go to Hats Off.
Yeah.
So why would you do that?
The Zoning Board of Appeal approved a developer's plan to replace the venerable Hat Off's gas station and a neighboring auto body shop on Washington Street in Jamaica Plain with 230 apartments in 2 buildings. Developer Joseph Hassel's $90 million proposal calls for 30 apartments to be rented to people making more than 70% of the Boston area median.
Oh, so this is high? This is luxury?
No, only 30%. And with another 16 market rate units to be set aside for people making up to 110% of that level with city or housing vouchers. So 70 and another 16, I don't know. So there's going to be 230 apartments. Mm-hmm. 30 apartments are going to be for high income. And then another 16 will be for very high income, I guess.
Super high income.
Super high income.
The people that are doing like the police chiefs and supervisors.
Yeah. So out of the 230, 46 for high, whatever. His proposal for 2 buildings, one on either side of Rockvale Circle, also calls for 2 ground floor retail spaces in which in each building and a total of 100 parking spaces in underground garages. One of the buildings would be 6 stories, the other 5, but some of the apartments in the rear could be lower style townhouse style units to better mesh with the lower density homes on that side. The board unanimously approved the required variances, including one needed because the land is zoned for commercial use.
I think Roxbury Gas, that's the one what's the one over here on Morton Street? What's that called?
Jaguar. Puma.
Puma.
Yep.
Where's Roxbury Gas, Janet?
Janet
says take the mobiles on Blue Hill Ave or Roxbury Gas, both locations overcharged. Yeah, these mobile gas stations on Blue Hill Ave are absurd.
Absurd.
The other thing about it is that they're the only ones here on Blue Hill Ave, besides from the Shell all the way down Blue Hill Ave, and that one is also absurd. So I believe that there needs to be a gas station somewhere around here that is of low cost, because paying $3.59 for a gas when you can go. Yesterday we was passing. I'm not gonna even tell y'all because y'all can go there. Y'all can take all the gas. Yesterday we was at somewhere. Gas was $2.59. Thank you, Donald J. Trump.
Yeah. It says Morris Hadoff opened a gas station near the Old Forest Hills elevated stop in 1929.
Wow.
In 1980, his son Stan, who declared that gas is gas, moved the station up Washington Street when he took over the Forest Hills land by eminent domain to reconfigure the station. 1941. Look at the little ad from 1941 for Hadoff's ad featuring the little man with the big head doffing his hat. Oh, I don't want them to take away Hadoffs. I like it, and it wasn't till the other day that I learned how to say the name.
What is it?
Hadoffs.
Are the hats off?
Yeah, everybody says hats off.
Oh,
but it's
Hadoffs.
Yeah, Hadoffs. Oh. So there's a video now showing the shove that led to the assault charges against the Vermont man. And very, very weird, sad news. Timeout Market in Boston is closing.
Where is Timeout Market?
Fenway.
Which one is? Oh, is that the one that everybody go dance at? And party at?
It's a fun time. It's a fun time. So Timeout Market Boston, the large food hall at 401 Park in the Fenway, is set to close later this month. The market opened in 2019 and featured a rotating lineup of popular local food vendors offering everything from roast beef sandwiches to tacos and ice cream under one roof. It was one of Boston's first major food halls and quickly became the go-to spot for both locals and visitors. Vendors were notified earlier this week about the upcoming closure. The shutdown comes after years of challenges, including the pandemic and ongoing shifts in the restaurant industry. With Timeout Market closing and REI expected to leave the building later this year, the future of the ground floor retail space at 401 Park remains to be seen. Oh, wow.
Really?
REI is closing too.
What's REI?
REI is the sporting goods place. Mountain climbing.
Never seen that before in my life.
It used to be.
Can you go actual mountain climb in
I think they have a climbing thing in there. Yeah. So that is closing too. And
Fresh Jen said they just rebuilt that place.
Oh, really?
And Janet said there is a gas station in Dedham with gas at $2.23. Janet, send me the deets, because I'm going to go get all the gas today.
I will drive out the rest of the gas that I have in my car to get to Dedham to get more gas.
And then here is the video of the fight that happened.
The video of the moment, one fan shoved another, sending that man.
He should have kept his hands off of that.
Now from the 19age fan.
That's
Fafo.
Crazy. Man, that's not good.
Fight breaking out at a Bruins game, and now we're seeing cell phone video of the moment. One fan shoved another,
he didn't really
sending
shove
that
him
man
to kill him.
tumbling
He really
into
just
the
kind of
seats.
shoved him a
Another
little
man
bit.
who knocked him over, he's facing charges. 7's Dan Housley has the details.
Police call it an assault at the Garden. 48-year-old Aaron Tucker of Vermont facing 2 counts of assault, including 1 of assault on a person over the age of 60. Fans say the 66-year-old who was thrown appeared very drunk right from the start of the game.
The older gentleman was definitely the main antagonizer. He had been verbally harassing everybody in his vicinity the entire game, myself included.
Witnesses say Tucker, wearing a Rangers jersey, got into a back and forth that escalated. They say Tucker decided he'd had enough when the older man gave his girlfriend the finger or put his finger in her face.
And he turned to us and said, if he comes up here, I'm going to grab him by the throat and throw him down the stairs.
One witness says a friend was moving the older man to another section to avoid a fight when the two came face to face.
The Rangers fan just grabbed him by the throat and proceeded to push him, which then caused him to fly over the 2 rows of seating and land in the front row, hitting his head on the concrete walls.
The police reports that the man who was pushed down the stairs told him he drank 7 beers and had no memory of what happened and didn't know why he was being taken to the hospital. I reached the man who was pushed by phone and he declined to comment. Tucker was arrested and released on his own.
I was laughing at the way his feet flew in the air.
Court on Friday.
Not the push.
We're in Boston. Dan Housley.
Because people, it's 2026. Y'all gotta watch your liquor intake, and you gotta watch who you talking to. Everybody is fed up Nobody is in the mood. Yeah. Everybody is just ready to go. Like, nobody wants to talk anymore or talk things out. Everybody's full of aggression and full of whatever. You step in somebody's face, super drunk, being crazy and threatening their girl and stuff like that. You know, you've gotta be okay with getting pushed over a bunch of seats.
I mean, you know? I think that, you know, the term came out sometime in 2024, and it said, the more you F around, the more you find out. Yeah. There was a graphic for it and everything. Graphic, yeah. Mm-hmm. And it's true. Like, it's true. It was stated, and you have to understand. Not only that, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. These are things that have come about because there is truth to them. Y'all got to stop effing with people. You gotta stop, and you've gotta stop. Seriously. That's all.
That's it. That's all.
That was the local news.
Yeah.
That is a good way to end.
Yes, it is.
The local news. We are going to take a quick commercial break. We're going to come back. We're going to be talking with Dr. Rufus Falk of The Mix and other things and find out what he got going on over there. It is us, Saucy and Friends, this morning on Spark FM Online. BRB.
The Spark of New England.
To break down barriers to drive inclusive economic growth all over the world. We believe there is a pressing need to help more people move up the economic ladder. That is why we are investing in communities and people to create an economy that works for all, because no community should be left behind. Right here in Boston, we're focusing that work in Dorchester, Roxbury, and Mattapan, among other neighborhoods, on improving financial health. These efforts aim to address the key drivers of the racial wealth divide head-on. We're here to empower individuals, families, and small businesses by connecting them to the tools that build generational wealth and a long-lasting legacy. Chase is investing in Boston. Chase is investing in you. Visit us at the Mattapan branch at 1617 Blue Hill Avenue, where the team is waiting to help.
Looking for a school that pushes students to aim higher? Boston Collegiate is a free public charter school in Dorchester serving grades 5 through 12 with a diverse community of over 700 students. From rigorous academics and college and career preparation to varsity athletics and powerful artistic showcases, Boston Collegiate creates opportunities for students to thrive in the classroom and beyond. The 2026 to 2027 school year application is now open. Apply today for a chance to be part of what truly sets Boston Collegiate apart. Visit bostoncollegiate.org to apply. That's bostoncollegiate.org.
Don't let biased algorithms or degree screens or exclusive professional networks or stereotypes. Don't let anything keep you from discovering the half of the workforce who are stars. Workers skilled through alternative routes rather than a bachelor's degree. It's time to tear the paper ceiling and see the stars beyond it. Find out how you can make stars part of your talent strategy at tearthepaperceiling.org. Brought to you by Opportunity at Work and the Ad Council.
Finally Home is a must-read, step-by-step guide that will equip any first-time homebuyer with the knowledge they need to confidently make informed decisions. This book provides answers in simple and clear terms to most, if not all, of the questions you may have about credit, homeownership, and generational wealth. Finally Home equips the reader with the confidence to be engaged with the home buying process without feeling vulnerable or exploited. Tailor-Made Real Estate Easy is not just a catchy hashtag. It is real estate agent and radio personality Taylor Andre's goal, a goal to simplify one of the most challenging processes you will go through as an adult, a goal to educate you properly on credit and teach you the strategies to finding the home of your dream. It is not just a good book or an easy read. It is the secret to a seamless home buying experience.
I hear people talking about how high their electricity bills are. Massachusetts has programs that everyday homeowners pay for, but never look into, Have you ever considered why some homes have panels and others don't? If you have Eversource, National Grid, or Unitil for electricity, you are paying for your neighbors to get panels at no cost. The charges are on the bill. Why not get someone to pay for yours? This program also helps with re-roofing, tree cutting, and electrical upgrades. If you're tired of short-term solutions for a long-term problem, connect with Bakari to find out if your home meets the requirements to upgrade at no cost out of pocket. Save the planet, future-proof your family for power outages, and save tens of thousands of dollars on an otherwise lifelong bill. Mention Spark when you call or text SPARK to 617-833-8940 to get 2 months off your power bill covered if your home gets selected.
Spark FM.
Some of them don't like me. Some of them just fight me. All of them could rock so.
Spark FM.
One girl every day. One girl every day. Say me name and me magically appear.
Spark FM.
Body better get her, cause she out here looking fun. Better pop it, because I'm out here popping mine. Blonde like this Don Julio gon' do the trick every time.
Spark FM.
So can you come pick up your clothes? I have them folded.
Join us on Facebook and Instagram at sparkfmonline.com. Turn us up.
All right, let's take a look.
Looking for bold flavor and good vibes? Come to Finn's Fusion, right at 1191 Blue Hill Avenue. We're bringing you the best of Caribbean cuisine with a touch of African flavors. From savory breakfast sandwiches to mouth-watering small bites, the famous steak and cheese on cocoa bread, and daily $6 lunch specials. Stop by, grab a plate, and taste the fusion everyone's talking about. That's Finn's Fusion, 1191 Blue Hill Avenue, where flavor meets culture.
And we are back. Spark FM Online, #1 for urban and Caribbean music. We've added a lot of new things in the computer, so excuse my discombobulation today as we get into the thick of things. We are joined by a very special guest. I had to put on that good music for this.
So I like that.
You like that?
What you heard about me?
Hey, we heard a lot about you, Mr. Folk. How are you?
Doing well, feeling amazing.
Well,
good.
Yes.
You smell amazing.
You do. You smell really good. I meant to comment on that.
You do.
earlier.
Oh,
Yeah.
it smells nice.
Yeah.
I smell it on myself all day.
Oh, wow.
I don't want you to get in trouble now. I smell
Ain't
like
no trouble to be got.
ain't no trouble over here. So Mr. Folk, how are you doing?
Doing well, feeling amazing. 2026.
Yeah.
I think the last time we spoke to you was quite some time ago.
I think it was before the mix even opened their
Yeah.
doors.
I
was.
feel like we didn't open officially. We hadn't gotten our liquor license as of yet. But
Yeah.
we were doing like private events. So we got a liquor license on Mother's Day of 2020. What year is this? 2024.
And actually, I think the last time we talked to you, we were talking about your book.
Yeah.
We weren't even talking about the mix. I think the mix.
I think we mentioned it a little bit briefly. I'm old. I be forgetting.
Yeah,
stuff
no. Like that right there is very, very true. Like people are like, the memories are just not the same.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know if that was last year or 10 years ago.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
That was 2024 when we met.
What?
Yeah.
I feel like it was
Okay.
later than that.
Earlier than that.
I think it was 2023.
Yeah.
2023?
Yeah. This was right. When did you do your TED Talk?
Because it was before your TED Talk.
It was before your TED Talk. You were not a TEDx speaker at that time.
That was 2023. That
Yeah,
was summer of 2023.
Yeah,
Yep,
so we had you in early of 2023. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
It's been a while.
you getting old, Roofs. You're getting old.
I know. So in all that time, you had a lot going on. You got to tell us what's good.
What's
with you?
happened?
So,
like,
okay, well,
yeah.
since then we opened the restaurant.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I thought we talked about it.
Oh, because we've been trying to get you in here for like 2 years since you guys
All
opened
right,
a restaurant.
here you
We got this is what we got to do with our friends that are big time. We have to like find them, hem them up in the corner, get their
Accost
information, accost them. book the interview right then and there, and then we can speak to these very important people.
It's true though, Rufus. We've been at you.
No, that's my number been the same since 2008.
No, we don't want no numbers.
Go.
God damn it.
So tell us about the mix. What's going on at the mix? Because we heard that there's some changes and things.
And before we get into that, the
Yep.
mix has been around for 2 years. Oh no, we
It'll
just
be-
crossed a year.
It'll be our second year in May.
Okay,
Wow,
good,
yeah.
Second year in
good.
May, so we're looking forward to that. Second year anniversary is going well.
And for those that don't know where the mix is or what we're possibly talking about because they just don't know things, I don't know why.
So the mix restaurant is think of a sort of fusion of traditional New England seafood with some Southern hospitality. We're located right 555 Talbot Avenue, right in the heart of Dorchester, next to Ashmont. Again, black-owned establishment.
Yeah.
Myself, my brother Jarvis Adams, and my other brother Levi.
So there's 3 of you guys.
Three of us, yeah.
Black man owned.
You know,
Black male owned.
3 black men combos are very, very great because I feel like you guys work as a friendship. Is that how it works there?
So we were definitely friends first, but I think the best thing for us is that we each have a lane.
Yeah.
And we stay in our lane.
Definitely, yeah.
So Jarvis is the Lobster King, so he's the one who sort of inspired the entire menu.
Yeah.
He's the one that sort of keeps us on our feet in terms of ingredients. Levi is space. So we upgraded it. It used to be, again, it was a former Ashmont Grill.
Yeah.
He's the one that led all the style and got the walls black and exposed the brick, put the TVs up, so gave us that feel.
It's
So
a gem.
So for me, I'm the one who shakes hands and kisses babies. So
Yeah.
I'm the one who
Oh, the face.
allegedly.
Allegedly.
I'm the one who helped get the liquor licenses and do some of the interviews like this when I get to talk to my people. So
I love this.
We know you're well known in Boston for being, one of the Mr. Boston.
Roxbury roof.
Yeah, exactly. So, like
that's what comes with being the only. Well, outside of shout out to my pops, but that comes from being the only roofers in the neighborhood. So eventually in the city, so ain't no ducking and hiding for me.
That'll work.
When the name comes up, they know who they talk about.
This is true.
What's it like? We hear about the hospitality industry all the time. We hear about, food and restaurants. Oftentimes we hear that is probably one of the still heaviest hit industries that happened after the COVID, and you guys are still kind of trying to build up where we used to be.
Yeah.
Coming into this, right, like a couple years after the pandemic, what was it like getting started, and has it started to level out yet, or how are you guys doing?
That's a great question. So let's start currently. Currently, I think the industry is being hit by the price inflation.
Oh,
so that's
yeah.
prices on everything. That's prices on the actual products, the produce. That's prices on equipment.
Yeah.
That everything.
And you guys, like you
everything
said,
just
you're
costs more.
seafood, and
Exactly.
so that's expensive in general. So I can imagine what it's like now.
Exactly. So you have to deal with the sort of influx of higher prices. I think one of the things we also have to sort of get back to, we sort of were talking before we got on, is sort of how the world has changed. So prior to the pandemic, we had 24-hour grocery stores in the hood. We had restaurants were open 7 days a week. Now you have to be more strategic in saying, okay, is it worth opening on a day that might be slow?
Yeah.
Which could potentially put you in a position where you are in the red for the day.
Right.
And oftentimes the margins are so thin in the restaurant industry, you can't afford to have days where you're not making or not breaking even. So you have to even be strategic about your days. So you have to do different things. You got to make sure you're available for private events. You got to make sure you're available to cater. You got to make sure you're doing other things.
Guests coming in and stuff like that. Yeah.
You have to make sure you have a social media presence. You have to make sure that you're open to partnerships and open to collaboration as well. I think one of the things we got to get better at is being open and strategic with saying, like, yo, I'm willing to support somebody or partner with somebody, even when it might not be in the upfront not best interest, but I might not benefit directly.
Quick return.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta be willing to offer information or offer space or say, we're willing to do a partnership, even though it might not be something that's going to bring you $50,000, but it might be something that's going to help elevate everybody in the space.
Yeah.
So like we do something on Mondays where we are available for pop-ups. So we've had individuals who don't have their own storefront or brick and mortar spaces to take over the kitchen and do pop-ups. So we've had
really cool.
That's really great.
Yeah.
I've noticed a lot of restaurants or places kind of going in that route too, to try kind of like a share responsibility, almost like, you know, if you're going to be using this and we open it for you, you got to make sure that you're doing your own marketing, that you're bringing people in here, because we ain't going to just let you in here to just be practicing. You got to make it worth your while.
It's like it's cross market, so it's mutually beneficial. So you give a person an opportunity who doesn't have the brick and mortar space to see what it's like to run a restaurant for the day. Because you don't know what you don't know until you get in it.
This is true.
But for us, it's like, okay, not only do we get to sort of create that opportunity, but we get to have their audience come in who might not have ever visited the mix before. We had a number of different. We had Sandwich Boy, Lucy's Kitchen. We had I'm gonna forget a bunch of names. Sensational Catering. She's hungry.
I'm always hungry. I'm always.
I wanted to ask, so you know, the mix is premiering out in the hood, which is is very, very appealing. What else makes the mix stand out from other just places in Boston?
I think the idea that we are unapologetically black.
Super black.
I think oftentimes that we sort of have to bring a black experience into a majority white space and try to make it our own, versus saying that, okay, we're going to be unapologetically black. It wasn't a coincidence that we put the Black Wall Street sign on the wall. We want to make sure that we're a place. For instance, we've had Boston NAACP chapter host meetings here. We've had individuals from our
cannabis industry.
Cannabis. We had elected officials.
I was gonna say, I know a lot of elected officials. Like, that's their spot.
That's the spot. They've had birthday parties there.
So, on that though, how did you create the environment that, you know, it's almost like a Cheers, almost like where everybody knows your name. If you go there, you go there. Where people this a little messy. People either love the mix down, or people have negative things to say about it. And I think that you can't please everybody. But you guys had also your mix of trials and tribulations too. Like, we've heard those viral moments and stuff, and we've also seen the response after those from you. Like, those that can't do, we'll talk, and those that do. And I think like things like that, people have to take in perspective all of the moving parts that go into having a business in general, especially a restaurant business that also does with alcohol and people just being entitled.
So there's two things. So you always have to deal with having a business in the city in which you grew up in. For the benefit, for the pluses and the minuses. The pluses are is that you're going to, again, if you're somebody who's been outside since you were a kid, you're gonna have friends everywhere. You're gonna meet people, and they're gonna be supportive of the venture. They're gonna come out. They're gonna come support. But again, there's always gonna be instances where you might rub people the wrong way. You got to be okay with that. Like, I personally don't give a fuck. At the end of the day, but I think when you have a business, you want to make sure that you treat everybody with a level of respect, but you also recognize that sometimes people come in with every intention to not be satisfied. Even when you try to go out your way to try to make, if a situation goes wrong, if somebody's food isn't prepared the exact same way that they want it, you try to, and if there is no meeting in the middle, then sometimes you gotta just wash your hands and say, okay, you
That's
can't.
the plus and minuses of owning a business in Boston. Boston is a small city, so you're like, it's small enough that you're gonna get a lot of support, but you're also gonna get the haters or the people who aren't supporting you too. Everybody knows everybody in Boston. There's one degree of separation, right? So it's just like,
if you're really from Boston, you're not gonna go too far without somebody saying, okay, I might not know you directly, but I know somebody that knows you.
Exactly.
There's like 2 degrees of separation.
And all you can do is try to make sure that you try to treat everybody with respect. And if it got to get disrespectful, you keep it there. And I got no problem with that either way.
I like it.
After we saw, like, I think it was a couple years ago, or maybe a year ago, a large fight that happened there. It pretty much destroyed the space. What's that like? And I want you to talk to, as a business owner, as a native of Boston. What's it like to have to build back after something like that? People are like, oh, they just get new windows and stuff like that. But how does that affect you guys as owners and as a business when like your space is destroyed.
I think for me, so I wasn't there that night, thankfully, because I think it would have went a different way. But what I would say is that, so I arrived shortly after, and the first thing you feel is just a level of disrespect.
Yeah,
because
it's a violation.
It's a
It's absolutely a
violation.
violation,
Yeah.
especially when you know for a fact that they wouldn't act like that in the Seaport, they wouldn't act like that in some of these other spaces, but they're going to take. But at the end of the day, I think you have to shake off the sort of personal attack that you might feel and just say that at the end of the day, operating a business, you're going to have bad
Risk,
days.
yeah.
You're going to have, but how do you bounce back from it? And I wanted to make sure that everybody knew that, okay, we had this incident. It was a viral moment. A lot of folks took laughs and were posting videos. I'm like, okay, that's cool. But we opened up the next day.
Yeah.
Windows was repaired.
The next day.
The show ain't gonna stop.
One monkey don't stop no show.
But I think the most important, you're talking about how do you repair? You repair because people are already gonna have a perception of your business if it's in the hood.
Yeah. It's not just physical
because
repair.
we already have negative in the neighborhood anyway.
Right.
So when something like that happens, you have to go above and beyond to try to make sure that you love your establishment.
Yeah.
And you do so by making sure that you are intentional about showing the best of the business, but also making sure that you let folks know, like, fights like this happen downtown every weekend.
Hey, baby.
And they're not brushed with this, oh, it's a hood spot. But because it's a black-owned spot, they're quick to say, oh, it's just a black hood spot. We all used to go downtown back in the day. There was never a let out that didn't have some type of tussle.
Still.
I mean, right now, still, every day. Every day we hearing somebody.
But we know that we have to be twice as good in the city.
Absolutely.
In this country, really.
Yeah.
Mentally, even just off of what you just said just now, being in Ashmont is, we don't have a lot of sit down places where we can go sit down.
Yep.
So there's also not a lot of locations that you can go. When you're a native of Boston, I feel like we try really, really hard to stay where it's comfortable and in the hood. Ashmont has had, like a perception of people hanging out and stuff, which also whatever. How do you guys deal with the neighborhood in general?
Yeah, being caught up in the mix of all the stuff that happens over there.
So I think initially we had to do some work with just working with the folks who are outside and just have conversations like, yo, listen, we understand what used to happen here. Yeah. But we're open for business. We're here now.
We look like you.
Yeah.
We all people.
Just appreciate if you can bring some of that stuff somewhere else. And again, eventually the message got through. But I just think if you're in the neighborhood, you're gonna have to deal with neighborhood issues.
I tell people that I said we're here. It looked good. We're on the second floor. However, we are still on Blue Hill Ave.
Yeah.
And not saying Blue Hill Ave is this war zone or everything, but just be cognizant about where you are. Nothing has this is our hood. This is our neighborhood. We know how we act in it, and we know how we are. So just everybody have that mentality that we still are. In the hood, but so chill out. I
also feel like you can have conversations with people.
Yeah.
Like
of course,
9 times out of 10, folks are gonna understand your perspective.
Yeah.
One time out of 10, there might be somebody who's just so upset, so whatever that they ain't gonna hear it.
Out.
At the end of the day, that's one.
A conversation.
And that usually you can speak to people directly, and you can get your message, and folks can find some common ground.
Yeah.
You just gotta be willing to have those conversations. Like I think one of the best things about growing up in the city and the era we grew up in is that we know that there's nothing wrong with confrontation.
Yeah.
Because I'd rather confront the issue versus to be whispering about the issue and just like let's get it out there and then figure out a way we can either stay far away from each other or find a way that we can sort of build closer together.
Right. So what's new for the mix? What's going on? Because we've heard some things.
What'd you hear?
We heard that you guys might be moving or expansion, or your building is not going to be where it is, or they building on top of the mix.
Oh, the streets is talking.
The streets is talking.
You can never listen to what the streets say.
So we come into the source.
I'll start with the second part, the expansion piece. So we recently got approved by the city for an additional liquor license for a speakeasy / grab and go in Roxbury, aka God's Country.
Very nice.
So that's what we're shooting for that for first, second quarter of this year.
Wow.
Excited?
Super excited.
Yeah.
What's that like, though?
He's Roxbury Ross. Of course he's excited.
Expansion.
So I think it's dope because I think folks have appreciated the fact that we've created a space for us.
Yeah.
And then the idea being that we recognize that our neighborhoods deserve to have spaces where we can have elevated experiences.
Yes. Yeah.
And that's what we're trying to bring. And why not go to one of our most historic neighborhoods? So say I won't be too biased. I won't be too biased. But again, the idea being on one side going to be the Lobster King grab and go, so folks can come get some of the traditional Lobster King dishes over there, and then on the other side have a speakeasy that offers curated cocktails. We're talking about records. We're talking about nice amenities. We're talking about some of the experiences that you go to other neighborhoods who have speakeasies. Why can't we have that in Roxbury? So
I think it's
looking super excited for that.
We have to have more spaces for that.
More
I hear
spaces,
so
the
many
better.
people like this. This town is such a creative town. I feel like there's so many different creative industries in it that are always looking for a space to create. And I think that we often have to keep on going out to Quincy or Brighton or whatever to do that. And I don't want to do that. I live down the street from Roxbury. I'd rather go to the one in Roxbury than go to some other one in downtown with no parking.
Or just looking for a space where we can just be us.
And
just be okay with that. Just to sit, laugh,
hang out.
Don't worry about people looking at us if we're getting too loud. Like not worried about any of that. So that's sort of where we're at on the expansion side.
Great.
On top of that, we are thugging it out for as long as we can.
Yeah.
At the end of the day,
is it hard?
No. There's always going to be some level of difficulties with just trying to manage when you don't just when there's so many things outside of your control. The best thing you could do is manage what you can. And again, we're in a position where we are looking for an amazing 2026. Going to go into 2027, and as long as we can be in a space, we're going to be in a space. But we jumped into initially we jumped into this.
That came very quick.
It came quick, but also we were initially going to do a food truck, right? So we were going to do a food truck, but then conversations happened where when the Ashmont Grill was up for sale, my partners were next to the person who was brokering the deal. And they said, and they said, we have the space. We all want to come see it. And again, none of us have any restaurant experience.
So I was about to say that because Lobster King never had a restaurant. He did a lot of catering.
He did pop-ups and catering.
Yeah.
So this was what we were looking at. Okay, this could be an extended pop-up for us. An opportunity to show that our business model works, that we have a product that people like, and that we can create a space that folks will want to come back to.
Do you think that your individual brands
Of course.
Okay, because I was like you as such a large individual here in the city, and then Lobster King with his just like overall did you rock the Lobster King was there, like he used to have a line around him.
That's the thing about Lobster Kings too, because like we said, he didn't have a brick and mortar, he didn't have a food truck. It was just word of mouth, literally that had his reputation the way that it was. So that's amazing.
So what I would just sort of stress to other entrepreneurs is that your personal brand is a part of your business model. So your personal brand will help. Again, you got to have a good product. But your personal brand will help you transition to the business side. Because what you've done on your personal side will either folks believe that you're somebody who's trustworthy, you're somebody who's worth. Like again, at the end of the day, how people view you as a brand, because you are your first business is you. You know what I'm saying? Whatever your credentials are, whatever your sort of network is. That's your business first, and then you move into these other ventures. Because people, if people didn't know me like that or have some level of respect for me, they wouldn't have said, "Okay, Rufus, I'm willing to read your book or hear what you got to say."
Speaking of book, is there another one coming out?
Yeah.
You can't be no one-hit wonder. You got to do more.
So, but yeah. So I'll segue to that.
Exclusive.
I'll just say that. So for anybody listening who's thinking about moving into the entrepreneurship space, know
Mhm.
that you're already an entrepreneur because your business, your personal name and likeness is your brand.
Yes.
And you can transition that. And I was just having a conversation with a bunch of high school kids. Like, yo, you got to monetize your skill set as best as possible,
Mhm.
and make sure you're monetizing who you are. Now, I'm not talking about selling yourself out. I'm talking about selling what you're good at. Whatever your skill set is,
Yeah.
doing what you can do to invest in that,
Mhm.
and then be able to monetize it. And then whatever your product is in terms of your business, folks will say, okay, I buy into person A, so I'm willing to see what their product is.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah,
Clip that right there, that little gem.
But for
Write
real.
down that timestamp.
Let my son listen to that tonight.
real,
Hear what he
whatever
said?
Like these kids, like I give these kids 1,000. Like they, how fearless they are.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
when I was a kid, it was like when I was in high school. Like you two ways. You either gonna go get your job or you gonna go to college.
Right.
Those were the only two avenues that we say,
Mhm.
yo, you gonna stay in the streets. You gonna get you a job, or you gonna go to college. Those
Yeah.
were the sort of three pathways we had.
Or you're gonna end up dead if you don't stop your foolishness.
Yeah. And these kids, but these kids are they're doing everything. They're content creating. They're going to school. They're creating their business. They're doing their products.
Mhm.
They're way more confident with being in the arts.
Yeah.
All we really thought about, aside for the brothers and sisters who were doing like graphic arts, like they're doing every medium
Yeah,
of art.
yeah.
But these are things that you do it for the love, but there's ways in which you can make that love help to sort of
Right,
sustain you.
yeah.
And how you can be passionate. Right. But I never said, okay, this is something I could do for a career.
Yeah.
You
Right,
know what
yeah.
I'm saying? But these kids are saying, no, we can do that now. I see kids doing skits. I'm gonna stop calling kids. I see young people doing. I'm just, I know you old. You call everybody a kid.
No, for real. If you're under 21,
Man.
you're a kid.
I know.
Maybe under 25 at this point. You might I call every.
Yeah.
If you under 30, you was a kid.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah, I would just say that it's a dope time. It's a scary time,
Mhm.
but it's also a dope time for folks to be able to lean into what their passions are.
Yeah.
And then be able to monetize those passions so they can find a living, so they're not dreading going to work every day.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
where you want to try to alleviate as much. You got to grind.
Right, Yeah.
But if you
right.
can sort of help to alleviate that dread by doing something that you're passionate about,
Yeah, yeah.
it won't be
As
work.
they say, when your job is something you're passionate about, it doesn't feel like work at all. So.
Unless you don't feel to work at all.
So leading into that, you said you have a new book.
So I'm working on a few things. I'm
Mhm.
trying to be as fearless as possible about writing and portraying sort of stories that are sort of near and dear to me. So
Mhm.
whether that be documentaries, whether that be screenplays, whether that be books, I'm sort of dabbling into all of those. So
Okay.
2026, I'm looking to.
Where do you find the time? Because you're also a dad. How's the baby? She's not a baby. Big Mad.
My daughter is 12 in the 6th grade.
Mm-hmm.
I hate it every
So
day.
no, they are different.
I hate it. I feel like she was just 4.
Preteens. They got words to say.
Her son's
They
gonna be
have
14 next month, and I'm like, what do you mean?
opinions and things like that. They're like, hey.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it, but I'm like, ugh.
And so quickly.
'Cause
Yes, the other day.
If you feel like you can't protect them,
But
Oh,
I
yeah.
also feel that I was crazy. I have a lot of sort of random combos. I was just talking to one of my homies. It was like, yo, I wish that I could give my kid the best of the experiences I had as a kid without some of the trauma that we had to
Yeah,
experience.
absolutely.
'Cause I feel like as parents in this era, we sort of
coddle.
but we sort of wrapped them in that bubble tape so
Yeah,
much where
absolutely.
I'm like, when I was 12, I was literally doing everything.
I
was
this-
on the bus by myself
I
all
said this
day.
to her
Like,
yesterday. I was like, I used to walk to Upham's Corner and buy pizza and chicken wings every day
Yeah.
after school.
Yeah.
I said I would never let my son walk to Upham's Corner.
like
right?
the idea of my kid waking up in the morning, getting to school by herself is like it freaks me out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mind you,
100%.
I was getting on the MBTA bus at 9 years old.
At 6:54 in the morning.
5:54
Yes,
in the morning
to go to
in
Belmont.
the dark to go
Yeah.
to Belmont.
I mean, like I was literally like, so it's like I wish that, and mind you, I feel like just in terms of the environment, Boston feels much safer than it was when we were kids. but because we see everything
in
real time, the perception is that it's so much more dangerous.
Yeah.
But it was super dangerous when we were kids.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We didn't have access. Our parents couldn't call us at a drop of a dime
and see where you were.
They couldn't track our every step.
Mm-hmm.
But somehow our mother still did.
Oh yeah. Well,
that was community and neighborhood.
That was more of a sense of
village.
community.
Yeah,
that was more of a fact that everybody was connected, and also there was more of a fact that we didn't, as bad as some of us were allegedly, we didn't do some of the reckless behavior we did if adults were around.
Yeah, there was a level of respect and
we
fear.
intentionally were trying to keep some of the worst of our behaviors away from the adults. Now it feels like it don't even matter. They're gonna turn up
Anywhere, in front of anybody.
Regardless.
I've had to check so many kids, like, or like mildly check, because you got to be careful.
I'm about to say, they keep it cool.
I was in the barbershop with my son and waiting to get the haircut, and there was a group of like 5 young boys in there, probably like 12 to 15 years old, and they were in there cutting up and cussing and carrying on, and I said, y'all gonna act like I am a woman sitting here in this barbershop. And they were like, ooh. And they did get up and they went outside, but I know they called me every kind of bitch when they went outside. But still, at least they showed that much respect.
Yeah.
But you're right, like we used to be on the T and maybe we would say a curse word and somebody on the bus would say something else and we would stop that. These kids will cuss you out for saying something to them.
I had
it's
the same
different.
exact conversation yesterday with my with CK's the dog's
Playmate.
Sparkle. Like I remember when I was like 13, 14, I had a little boyfriend who used to be bus stop and we used to be hugging up, and there was always this one T driver that used to cuss us like, let go of them, y'all separate now, y'all is kids, blah blah blah. We separate real quick, but you know that. Cut it out. Oh,
you was hugging down Dudley?
Boy,
the second child. Look at you got a second one? Don't.
I was just misunderstood. No, but
like just outside?
No, but coming from bus, we used to take the MBTA back home from Belmont or whatever. So my boyfriend,
it's the Mecco kids.
My boyfriend, he was 15. He used to meet me there, and he used to help me get home safe.
Yeah.
He couldn't come in the house. He would leave at Dudley, but he was a gentleman. I love him.
He's a nice boy. He's a nice boy.
Segue for that quick.
It's been a really good pleasure, and watching you guys grow and stay consistent and continue to have success after success after success, and how you guys deal with trials and tribulations too, and how you handle that like as men, that we can kind of be like, you know what, the store was up and running the next day. They got a new menu, they're pulling out new drinks, they're doing this, they're doing that. We've seen you partnering with other restaurants and entities to do that.
Shout out to all the black establishments.
Oh, it's
all
good.
of them.
Sorrel and Lime, the Mix.
Sorrel and Lime, those are my folks. Park 54, Stella, Savoy, Hugh, Grace Badia. Who am I forgetting? Zaz, Merle's Kitchen, Ideals, everybody in this space. I don't care if it's in. I want us all to thrive, and I want this city to get over this idea. We're so territorial, neighborhood based, that you feel like if you support one, you can't support another one. Like, yo, listen. We support everybody. I'm pulling up to everyone's restaurant, everybody's business, because I rather spend my money with you.
Yep. Throw Finn's Fusion in there.
Everybody, listen, support. And if I didn't name you, blame the brain, not my heart. Because at the end of the day, I want to see if all of us thrive, we create an economic system where everybody can thrive.
And then they can't break us.
Everybody got to eat.
Everybody.
Shout out to Manny and the pop-up too.
Everybody, there's room for everyone. I make the sort of analogy or give the example that the North End has probably 50 restaurants with pretty much the same menu, and they all do what they got to do. They don't view it as competition. They view it as, okay, we've created an industry, and we're going to try to put the best product out, and then let the customer base choose where they want to go. And I guarantee you,
variety.
But I'm just saying that they're not viewing it as competition, even though they're literally in the same 2-block radius.
Except for them little ones that shot at each other on the bicycle.
Allegedly. Sometimes you gotta do some straightening, man.
Do some straightening.
Some straightening might gotta happen sometime.
But Rufus, I don't want to. We don't want to take up too much of your time because we can sit here and talk about everything all day. But it's been, like this is what we're waiting for. Shout out to everybody that's been tuned in and just kind of listening to what happens when you own something in Boston and what it takes and how they need your support. You know, like go get a drink. They do talk about y'all drinks. Their drinks are amazing. They talk about the price a little bit, but
Listen, man.
If you're downtown, you're paying the same exact amount of pricing, but also drink before you come.
But also, again, it's also about we need options.
Yeah, we need options.
So for folks who might feel like the price point is a little high, there are other options in the city where folks can go to.
But you're not just paying for the product, you're paying for the experience as well.
And I heard the drinks is dope.
They are.
They are, but it's like
I've been lit at the mix.
Hold on, allegedly.
Well,
But again,
I'm a lightweight too, so they don't take one good drink and I'm drunk.
But like we need variety, we need options.
Yeah.
And recognizing that sometimes folk might not feel like paying $18 for a drink. They might want to go somewhere where they could spend $11 for a drink.
Yeah.
But again, I don't take that personally because I recognize you. Listen, times is hard sometimes. I might not have it this week. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna come next week when I get.
And it's all right, but there are we need to have other spaces that are led by us that offer variety. That offer a variety of experience. Somebody might want to go to a venue that plays soca more or reggae more. You might want to go to a space that plays. Like we need as much variety as possible. We need to make sure that we're not self-segregating or pigeonholing ourselves, and we're saying that we need to be present and have ownership in every area of Boston.
Every area.
But we want to strengthen our communities, our neighborhoods first, though. Downtown, that's what we're doing, man.
Start reserving our table in the back, the VIP, in a special dinner plate.
in the
Spark
corner.
at the mix in the corner. We taking over every corner of every social event space.
Okay, Nino Brown,
this is what we do. We coming in there with fur coats, and when we come in, we don't want to hear no noise.
Come in. You know who I am.
Drop my coat and be like, Rufus. Bring Rufus out here. I'm here.
I'll be right.
I'm here.
I won't be there that day.
Damn hot sauce. Always inciting something.
I'm gonna call ahead. Is Rufus there? No. I'm on my way.
No. Once I hear that, okay, I'll be out.
I'm on my way. Tell him to gather the things.
Right out the back door. I'm out of here, man.
I'll meet you back there. No, but thank you so much.
Thank you. Appreciate you guys. Keep doing what you do. Proud of you.
Thank you very much. You and your partners.
And we are definitely proud of you all.
And you'll see us there often.
Yeah.
I don't go out, so I just be. If it's food, I'm going. But
every time I see you, is out.
I gotta go to brunch. I'm at a nice open bar events. Open bar and free food,
I'm about to say, every time I see you is outside somewhere, but all right.
It is at the library.
We do brunch every Saturday and Sunday. Come by the mix. We open it today, right? We'll be opening up at 12 o'clock today. Come by, get you some lunch.
All right, fine.
We're on Uber Eats. We're on DoorDash.
Have my table ready.
I'm gonna come through today. I think I need a lunch.
With that said, people, we do have to pay some bills here, so we'll be right back in a few moments, and we'll go through the highlights of national and entertainment news very, very quickly, and we'll see you in a second. Spark FM Online, #1 for urban and Caribbean music.
Number 1 local radio. The Spark of New England. Spark FM.
Bringing the heat back to the airwaves.
JP Morgan Chase is making a global commitment to break down barriers to drive inclusive economic growth all over the world. We believe there is a pressing need to help more people move up the economic ladder. That is why we are investing in communities and people to create an economy that works for all, because no community should be left behind. Right here in Boston, we're focusing that work in Dorchester, Roxbury, and Mattapan, among other neighborhoods, on improving financial health. These efforts aim to address the key drivers of the racial wealth divide head-on. We're here to empower individuals, families, and small businesses by connecting them to the tools that build generational wealth and a long-lasting legacy. Chase is investing in Boston. Chase is investing in you. Visit us at the Mattapan branch at 1617 Blue Hill Avenue, where the team is waiting to help.
Looking for a school that pushes students to aim higher? Boston Collegiate is a free public charter school in Dorchester serving grades 5 through 12 with a diverse community of over 700 students. From rigorous academics and college and career preparation to varsity athletics and powerful artistic showcases, Boston Collegiate creates opportunities for students to thrive in the classroom and beyond. The 2026 to 2027 school year application is now open. Apply today for a chance to be part of what truly sets Boston Collegiate apart. Visit bostoncollegiate.org to apply. That's bostoncollegiate.org.
Don't let biased algorithms or degree screens or exclusive professional networks or stereotypes. Don't let anything keep you from discovering the half of the workforce who are stars. Workers skilled through alternative routes rather than a bachelor's degree. It's time to tear the paper ceiling. Find out how you can make stars part of your talent strategy at tearthepaperceiling.org. Brought to you by Opportunity at Work and the Ad Council.
Finally Home is a must-read, step-by-step guide that will equip any first-time homebuyer with the knowledge they need to confidently make informed decisions. This book provides answers in simple and clear terms to most, if not all, of the questions you may have about credit, homeownership, and generational wealth. Finally Home equips the reader with the confidence to be engaged with the home buying process without feeling vulnerable or exploited. Tailor-made Real Estate Easy is not just a catchy hashtag. It is real estate agent and radio personality Taylor Andre's goal. A goal to simplify one of the most challenging processes you will go through as an adult. A goal to educate you properly on credit and teach you the strategies to finding the home of your dream. It is not just a good book or an easy read. It is the secret to a seamless home buying experience.
I hear people talking about how high their electricity bills are. Massachusetts has programs that everyday homeowners pay for, but never look into. Have you ever considered why some homes have panels and others don't? If you have Eversource, National Grid, or Unitil for electricity, you are paying for your neighbors to get panels at no cost. The charges are on the bill. Why not get someone to pay for yours? This program also helps with re-roofing, tree cutting, and electrical upgrades. If you're tired of short-term solutions for a long-term problem, connect with Bakari to find out if your home meets the requirements to upgrade at no cost out of pocket. Save the planet, future-proof your family for power outages, and save tens of thousands of dollars on an otherwise lifelong bill. Mention Spark when you call or text SPARK to 617-833-8940 to get 2 months off your power bill covered if your home gets selected.
Spark FM.
Some of them don't like me, some of them just fight me. All of them could rock so.
Spark FM.
One girl every day, one girl every day. Say me name and me magically appear.
Spark FM.
Body better get her cause she out here looking fun. Better pop it because I'm out here popping mine. Don like this Don Julio gon' do the trick every time.
Spark FM.
So can you come pick up your clothes? I have them folded.
Join us on Facebook and Instagram at sparkfmonline.com. Turn us up.
All right, let's take a look.
Spark FM Online, #1 for urban and Caribbean music. We are back We were just talking to Rufus Folk, one of the owners of the Mix Boston, and we were talking to him about all the things that always happens here in Boston, Massachusetts.
Very, very, very good interview.
Yeah.
He's got some good insight into just like, life in general.
Yeah.
And then, life in Boston. I think he's got the sauce.
Yes, he's got the mix. He's in the mix.
He's in the mix. And shout out to him and the other owners of the mix. You guys keep on doing what you're doing. We're proud of you out here.
Absolutely. Let's get into the national and entertainment news. We'll go over those real quick, just in the interest of time. Make sure that you guys have all of the information. Trump administration ending deportation protections for Somalians.
It's so bad to be intimidated by somebody so bad that you have to act the way that you do. Trump is this is silly.
It is silly. It's so discriminatory, and it just really, like, you went from the Haitians to the Mexicans to the Haitians, now the Somalians. Like, you don't ever want to go against like the Irish or the Italians,
the people from Denmark,
maybe even the Afrikaners. You don't want to do nothing that don't point you directly towards racism. You don't want to step away from that.
It's just so blatant and disgusting.
Just so stupid. Just very stupid, and I hate it. So he has, we're not going to get into that because I don't believe in that. Clinton's refused to testify in congressional Epstein probe despite being in contempt of congressional court. I guess the Clintons together, they are trying to get them to sit before Congress to answer for the questions that they have regarding his status with Epstein. Only him.
And her. No?
Him and her.
Yeah.
But only them. No Republicans. No anybody else. Not himself.
Why?
None of them. Just Bill and Hillary. Why not? Because Bill and Hillary are against him. And if he hates Bill Clinton because Bill Clinton is the white man that he probably always wished that he could be.
Yeah.
And he's not.
No.
Bill Clinton is also the white man that a lot of these black MAGA and stuff like that wish that Trump was. Trump is not that. I don't know why y'all feel like Trump is such an important person. Bro can't even walk. I don't know. Bill and Hillary Clinton refused to testify on Capitol Hill Tuesday in the House Oversight Committee's Jeffrey Epstein probe, despite lawmakers' threat to hold them in contempt. You will say it, not our decision to make, but we have made it. Now you have to make yours, the Clintons wrote in the parent challenge to Republican Chairman James Comer, who set a final deadline for appearances. And that James Comer is a little fat, tight-faced a-hole.
Wow.
Comer told reporters Wednesday the committee would meet next week to move forward with proceedings for Bill Clinton, leaving open the door that the former Secretary of State could still change her mind. The move marks an escalation in the panel's efforts to bring the former president in for a closed-door interview as part of Epstein's investigation. Successful contempt votes by the GOP-controlled House would both be symbolic as rebukes to the Clintons and could be used as a tool to compel them to testify. It could also have legal consequences if the former president continues to resist cooperation and the courts or the Justice Department. The Clintons wrote a very, very long letter that I don't really know what it says. I haven't had a chance to actually sit down and read it, but I will, and we'll get into it tomorrow when we have a chance to kind of look over what this means, and I can send it through ChatGPT.
But I want to shout out to the Clintons because if Stand By Your Man was a person, that's the kind of love I want.
Because the Clintons understand that their marriage is a business. I believe. I don't think that they're in it for the love. I think they are two politicians that fell for each other, got married, and they are still two top politicians. That's it. That's where it is.
I like it.
I'll stand by you because we are stronger together.
Yeah.
Because if they separate us, then we don't know what's going to happen. But listen, the DOJ officials resign over Trump admin's handling of Renee Good killing. Several top officials in the U.S. Department of Justice quit on Tuesday due to the department's handling of the Renee Goods killing by an immigration and customs enforcement officer. The New York Times, MS Now, and Minnesota Public Radio reported that as many as 6 officials resigned from their roles in the department, including attorneys with the Minnesota U.S. Attorney Office. According to the New York Times, the Justice Department pushed for an investigation into Good's widow after Good, a 37-year-old mother, was fatally shot in Minneapolis. They was looking into her wife.
They're looking into her wife.
To do what?
Child, I don't know. Anything to justify the fact that they murdered this woman in the face.
NPR News reported that Joe Thompson is among 6 Justice Department officials in Minnesota who have resigned. Thompson pushed back on the department for not including Minnesota officials in its investigation of the incident. He also objected to the department not investigating Jonathan Ross, the agent who killed Good. The FBI is investigating the shooting. Joining Thompson as resigning were other senior prosecutors, Henry Jacob, Melinda Williams, and Thomas Calhoun Lopez. Assistant Attorney General for Civil Rights Harriet Dillon reportedly informed her staff that the Goods killing would not be investigated by her division, which I don't understand. This lady got killed by ICE officials.
Yep.
The federal government has decided that they are going to investigate it themselves, and they're not going to release any information to the Minnesota officials in Minnesota.
Yeah, like what? How is that okay?
Why is that legal?
Right.
Wouldn't you? Because isn't the justice system like, okay, if it's not a federal case, it goes back to the state? Why are we making the government make all the decisions for us when the Republican Party was anti-government inside of your lives?
Ask the question, sister.
What do we know? What do we know? Because there's nothing that we can do, because if all the people that are higher up have no authority to do anything at all, what are we, the little wayward minions, supposed to do?
Yeah. I don't know what we're supposed to do. And then that's the thing that makes people upset. That is the reason why, these protests end up going all crazy, is because people are frustrated. Nothing is being done. Nothing is being done.
There is a new, on January 23rd, I thought there was one going out for January 20th, which would be the anniversary date of Trump getting into office. There is a nationwide walkout of school, work, and shopping on the 20th. And on the 23rd, Minnesota, the whole place of Minnesota will be striking. All the schools, all the teachers, all the businesses, all of them. It's I don't know how many are going to participate, but Minnesota would be a really great place to set the trend of how the rest of America could go. If Minnesota can pull together a day of atonement and doing absolutely nothing, then maybe there would be some incentive and some inspiration for the rest of America to get serious about protesting.
I want to see that too. I want to see protest being effective, because it's very hard to join that movement without seeing any progress happening. We also have to, and let's give the warning, protest and do it in a way that is not going to get you in trouble. These people are looking for any reason to try to attack you or to say that you did something. Just, don't
feed into it.
Yeah. Be easy about it.
However, there is another Black Panther group that has emerged in a round. They describe themselves as being like the original Black Panthers, but at the same time they say that they're more aggressive. I'm trying to find the video for you guys. I have it here, but I gotta put it in the show for you guys to just kind of see. This is the direction that I think that we're gonna end up going in, and I'm not sure how it's going to turn out. Let me put it that way. So here it is here. Give me un momento, mi gentes, por favor, porque yo nido tu seto apo el streaming lavando.
Hey, you better speak the language,
That's
girl.
what's gonna happen. They touch me.
You better say the words that people.
I'm bilingual, and people don't really understand that or play it off, and I think that's crazy to me.
You be linguing, okay?
Linguing. Here we go.
Unarmed woman was killed by ICE. If you think you're about to come and brutalize the people while we're standing here, fuck around and find out. Our interactions with the police and ICE, and we hold them accountable. We patrol the community and we hold them accountable. The Black Panther Party from Self-Defense, we're the same Panther Party from back in the day, but we're a little more aggressive now, you dig? Carry bigger guns and we don't take no shit. Places where there are a lot of immigrants at, I think that the community around them needs to take special care to them, and it needs to start escorting them to and from everywhere to make sure that they're safe. Because them ICE agents ain't gonna act like that if it's a bunch of people standing outside with assault rifles and shotguns. It's a semi-automatic shotgun. That means them shotgun shells that shoot out of a pump, they shoot them rapidly. If you are going to legally arm yourself with something bigger than what they got. Those who serve in the public, they should be fearful of the public. They should be fearful that the public is going to be dissatisfied with their job that they're doing, not feeling like they're tyrants, not feeling like they're bullies because they got guns and body armor and walkie-talkies that makes them immune to whatever the people would do. I think you want to correct the ideology of the pig and the mentality of the slave catcher, you meet them with equal force. All power to the motherfucking people. Your power to the...
Hey, I'm with it. I mean, I don't know.
You know,
I don't know.
Those who can.
Yes.
And those
who cannot should
maybe
do other things like make the calls, you blow the whistle when you see them come in or something like that. I think there's a special group of people that are down for that. You know, I do feel like there should be like a middle ground kind of.
Yeah.
Like, because I don't want things to escalate too quickly.
Yeah.
And that there's no resolution.
Yeah.
And they use like protection and security as a threat because that's what they do. They really kind of find a way to make us seem like us doing what they do is wrong.
Yeah.
And I see this all the time because in the Black community, especially with brunch and burners coming up, in the Black community, I feel like a lot of women especially are so, you know, scared of guns and I don't want it in my house and, you know, I don't want anything to happen. Whereas these white women, I'm in a couple of gun groups with these white women, they are buying guns to collect. They go to the range on their lunch break. Their kids are shooting guns. They have several. They have shotguns. They got ARs. They got pretty guns with roses on them. Shout out to Sig Sauer and the Rose Company who are sponsoring in part brunch and burners. They sent us a lot of different things. Beautiful things. If we don't get serious about protecting our neighborhoods and our cities and our streets and stuff like that, not on no gang member-ish, but if we don't get serious of making sure that we have tools in place to at least fight back and not go down as slaves, then we are not serious out here. All of this is unfolding around us, and we're still afraid of the things that they are embracing. And I think that that's crazy. So Brunch and Burners on January 31st, even if you don't want to go, if you got a little money, you want to help sponsor somebody to go, make sure you do that on the 31st Brunch and Burners LTC firearm class and food and drink.
Yes.
And let's see, what else do we have next? Oh, just going right into multiple fatalities as construction crane collapses onto moving train in Thailand.
Crazy.
Is it a cool video?
I don't know, but it caused the train to derail, and you know, a lot of people got hurt. Yeah.
How many do you know?
I do not. Let me look at 12 killed.
Oh, damn.
It says right now.
Just from a crane.
But look, there is a picture right there. So at least 32 people are dead, and dozens are injured after a construction crane train fell on a train, causing it to derail in northeastern Thailand. The train was about 3 hours from its journey from Bangkok to Thailand's Ubon Ratchathani province around 9:10 a.m. Wednesday local time when it was hit by a large crane. A train staff member who was on board told CNN the crane was being used as part of a high-speed rail project. The prime minister offered his condolences to the victims' families in an interview Wednesday. He said the cause of the incident was under investigation. But look at that. The crane fell onto the train as it was moving, caused the train to derail. 32 people killed in Thailand.
And then
this
people
morning.
talk about planes and cars. Golly.
Look at
Imagine
that.
you scared of a plane. You get on the train because you don't want to take the plane to wherever you got to go. And this what happens.
Yep.
I never approached a train before in my life. Ever
Child,
again.
look at that. That is awful.
That is.
Yeah.
And the new milestone in cancer fight. 7 in 10 patients now survive 5+ years. That's dope.
Yeah. I was just watching that in the news downstairs, actually. It's really, really great news.
Yeah.
There's been developments. I mean, cancer research is ongoing forever, and there's been some developments that are that are letting people live longer.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, there are some cancers that are just very, very aggressive, but it's showing that there's been progress. And then in crazy news, well, not crazy news, I guess, but Pittsburgh Steelers coach Mike Tomlin resigns after 19 years. This is that fine black coach.
Why did he resign? He's just tired?
I don't know. I got to talk to John about that because this is his team. So Tomlin posted a 193-14-2 record over 19 seasons with the Steelers, including 10 of 7 championships each of the last 3 years. 7 champions. I don't know what the numbers mean. He never had a losing season. The Steelers, who won a Super Bowl in Tomlin's second season, went to the playoffs 13 times during his tenure. During our meeting today, Coach Tomlin informed me that he has decided to step down as our head coach. Obviously, I'm extremely grateful to Mike for all of the hard work, dedication, and success we have shared over the last 19 years. The Steelers, who went to the Super Bowl twice in Tomlin's first 4 seasons, were 0-7 in the coach's final 7 postseason appearances. So shout out to Mike Tomlin. Mike? Mike Tomlin. He, great job.
Going right into the entertainment. What's happening here? Do you see everything?
No.
Ludacris and Nelly booked for festival dubbed MAGA Music Fest.
Oh, yes.
What's that mean? What do you mean? Now, I know Nelly's a coon. Ludacris? Is this how you want Ludacris?
Luda damn Chris.
Move, bitch, get out the way.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Ludacris and Nelly joined Country Music Festival with MAGA vibes. Hip-hop legends Ludacris and Nelly are raising eyebrows after being announced as performers of the 2026 Rock the Country Music Festival. The event, while not officially political, has earned the nickname MAGA Music Fest due to its pro-America branding, country-heavy lineup, and ties to the artists like Kid Rock and Jason Aldean. Ludacris is set to appear in Anderson, South Carolina with Creed and Shinedown, and in Ocala, Florida with Blake Shelton and Brooke and Dunn. Nelly is listed for the Hamburg, New York stop, sharing the stage with Kid Rock. Hank Williams Jr. fans and critics alike are trying to make sense of it. I'm not going to try to make sense of anything that Nelly does because Nelly has already showed us that he is cooning for the moon. And Ludacris is just very disappointing.
Yeah.
Very disappointing.
Sad news, musician John Forte was found dead at his home at age 50. The cause of death is not readily apparent. He was he lived on the vineyard.
Oh, yeah, I just found that out this morning. I think I learned that from Larry's page.
Yeah, found dead at his Massachusetts home at the age of 50. His body was discovered on Monday afternoon, and police have announced that there is no readily apparent cause of death. There are no signs of foul play either, according to the Associated Press. The death has been described as sudden. He's Grammy Award winning. In his music career, John was best known for contributing to music made by the Fugees and Wyclef Jean. He also released some of his own solo albums. He's survived by his wife, photographer Laura Fuller, and their 2 kids, daughter Ren and son Hale, like Haile Selassie. We're sending our thoughts and condolences to his loved ones during this difficult time. That's so sad. John Forte for his famous line, eating mangoes in Trinidad with attorneys.
John Forte, use the way.
Yeah.
Drewski is back at it again with his Drewski he has exactly zero chill.
Tap.
There's no chill in Drewski. If you have not seen his skit already about the mega churches, then I'm not sure where you have been and what is going on. I'm trying to find the video. But can you read a little bit of that?
Yeah, Drewski Collect and Praise Ministry skit explodes to 43 million views, exposing the dark side of megachurch culture. And this dude, when Drewski uploaded his latest skit early Tuesday morning, he probably knew it would go viral.
He knew.
What he may not have anticipated was just how deeply the internet would feel seen or attacked by his portrayal of a money-hungry megachurch pastor. In just over 2 minutes, the comedian managed to spark debates about faith, exploitation, prosperity, gospel culture, and the thin line between satire and sacrilege. The fictional church, titled Collect and Praise Ministries, has now become shorthand online for everything people find unsettling about modern megachurches. With over 43 million views already, the skit isn't just trending, it's shaping conversation. From the opening seconds, Drewski establishes a world that feels eerily familiar. Made in dramatic stage items, dressed in luxury designer clothing, and dripping in confidence, he introduces himself as the charismatic pastor of Collect and Praise Ministries. The sanctuary looks more like a high-end concert venue than a house of worship, complete with fog
I'm going to impregnate everyone with the word of God. You gonna get pregnant with the word of God. You gonna get pregnant with the word of God. You gonna get pregnant with the word of God. Impregnate. I had somebody in the congregation ask why I'm wearing Christian Dior and Christian Louboutins. Because I'm a Christian and I walk in the blood of Jesus. Give him some praise. I'm a Christian first and I walk in the blood of Jesus. Give him some praise. Give him some praise.
It sparked a ton of controversy. Either people are like, you should not be, it's blasphemous.
Yeah.
You should not be making fun of the Lord. And somebody was like, let me tell you, a mega church ain't no place for the Lord. So I was like, golly. So that's interesting. What did you think about it?
I watched it and I laughed. I laughed a lot because I think that Drewski is a fool, but I did feel like it was a little blasphemous. But you know that he definitely is highlighting what the culture of the mega church is.
Yeah.
And it's an exaggeration, which is what comedy is of what is going on. But it's definitely I'm sure there's a lot of parts that people identified. I think he said, can you jump high? Can you jump on your legs? Jump so that the money falls out your pockets. I'm not familiar with that culture because we come from small old-timey churches. Yeah. But you know, from what I see, we can't help but think of what is that one? The one from New York.
The one who got robbed.
Yeah, the one who got robbed, allegedly.
Yes.
Him, even this pastor with the controversial dress issue that came out the other day. Like these people, like it's I see them in the skit.
Yeah.
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 It's that's who I thought it was. Like for me, like you said, if I didn't know that these things were happening, then I would probably think that it was blasphemous and stuff.
Yeah.
But I think for the most part, people understand that these super mega churches where he's driving a Bentley Phantom and, not giving nobody, not being nice to people outside the church and stuff. I feel like exactly what you said. Yeah. It is, the stereotypical mega church that people in all of the shows and Netflix and Lifetime and stuff, that's how they portray them as these super rich people taken from the offering plates and then having this luxurious life with private planes and stuff like that while their congregation suffers.
Yeah.
Fresh Jen says that's why I don't go to church. They pass the collection plate around 10 to pay off the Bentley car note while the attendants pull up in their Corolla. Evan Disa said, you want blasphemous? Go watch Dix the Musical on Tubi. Meg the Stallion is in it. And
I've heard about that.
Is that churchy too?
I've heard about. I don't know, but I've heard about the movie with Meg the Stallion, and it's called Dix. That's where I'm at.
And then Mouse Murder said, if the pastor's wife can wear a pum pum dress, then Drewski can pretend to be a pastor. Touche.
Not a pum pum dress. All right. Schneider, did you see me in the dress? It's on my page. Go look at it.
It's on my page.
I'm wearing the dress on my page.
And then
what else do we have?
50 Cent, he just opened or he just laid groundwork or invested like 100 and 200 a lot of $1 million into his production company in Louisiana. He is also in the news. 50 Cent responds to resurface Irv Gotti criticism, and that sucks because I think that other news is more important than this one, and this is how 50 Cent kind of
capitalizes.
No, not even capitalize. I feel like all of his negativity gets overput for all the nice things that he does, so it kind of sucks. Yeah. And then last but not least, Black China accuses ex-boyfriend Twin Hector of choking and spitting on her, denies abusing him. Rapper Corrupt hospitalized.
Black China is back to Black China. I thought she
Angela Simmons
was Angela.
I don't know. Rapper Corrupt hospitalized with serious health issues, and Love to See It. Swiss Beats and Alicia Keys pop out to celebrate his ex Mashonda's 48th birthday. And then Candy Burris makes huge Todd Tucker accusations as divorce drama heats up. That's that for today. That's crazy. Yeah. Everybody's so crazy, and that is what it is. Everybody is so crazy, and there's nothing you can possibly do about it but sit here and be crazy too. Everybody just needs to start being crazy as well.
Let's go crazy.
Yeah, if people are going crazy, you should do it too. Match energies wherever you go for whatever it is. Yeah. With that said, people, thank you for joining us for another great show. Thank you for staying a little bit over with us as time has arrived. You guys be blessed, stay non-stressed, and go with God.
Hey, bye.
Your number one local radio. The Spark of New England. Spark FM.
Bringing the heat back to the airwaves.
JP Morgan Chase is making a global commitment to break down barriers to drive inclusive economic growth all over the world. We believe there is a pressing need to help more people move up the economic ladder. That is why we are investing in communities and people to create an economy that works for all, because no community should be left behind. Right here in Boston, we're focusing that work in Dorchester, Roxbury, and Mattapan, among other neighborhoods, on improving financial health. These efforts aim to address the key drivers of the racial wealth divide head-on. We're here to empower individuals, families, and small businesses by connecting them to the tools that build generational wealth and a long-lasting legacy. Chase is investing in Boston. Chase is investing in you. Visit us at the Mattapan branch at 1617 Blue Hill Avenue, where the team is waiting to help.
Looking for a school that pushes students to aim higher? Boston Collegiate is a free public charter school in Dorchester serving grades 5 through 12 with a diverse community of over 700 students. From rigorous academics and college and career preparation to varsity athletics and powerful artistic showcases, Boston Collegiate creates opportunities for students to thrive in the classroom and beyond. The 2026 to 2027 school year application is now open. Apply today for a chance to be part of what truly sets Boston Collegiate apart. Visit bostoncollegiate.org to apply. That's bostoncollegiate.org.
Don't let biased algorithms or degree screens or exclusive professional networks or stereotypes. Don't let anything keep you from discovering the half of the workforce who are stars. Workers skilled through alternative routes rather than a bachelor's degree. It's time to tear the paper ceiling and see the stars beyond it. Find out how you can make stars part of your talent strategy at tearthepaperceiling.org. Brought to you by Opportunity at Work and the Ad Council.
Finally Home is a must-read step-by-step guide that will equip any first-time homebuyer with the knowledge they need to confidently make informed decisions. This book provides answers in simple and clear terms to most, if not all, of the questions you may have about credit, homeownership, and generational wealth. Finally Home equips the reader with the confidence to be engaged with the home buying process without feeling vulnerable or exploited. Tailor-made Real Estate Easy is not just a catchy hashtag. It is real estate agent and radio personality Taylor Andre's goal. A goal to simplify one of the most challenging processes you will go through as an adult. A goal to educate you properly on credit and teach you the strategies to finding the home of your dream. It is not just a good book or an easy read, it is the secret to a seamless home buying experience.
Often I hear people talking about how high their electricity bills are. Massachusetts has programs that everyday homeowners pay for, but never look into. Have you ever considered why some homes have panels and others don't? If you have Eversource, National Grid, or Unitil for electricity, you are paying for your neighbors to get panels at no cost. The charges are on the bill. Why not get someone to pay for yours? This program also helps with re-roofing, tree cutting, and electrical upgrades. If you're tired of short-term solutions for a long-term problem, connect with Bakari to find out if your home meets the requirements to upgrade at no cost out of pocket. Save the planet, future-proof your family for power outages, and save tens of thousands of dollars on an otherwise lifelong bill. Mention Spark when you call or text SPARK to 617-833-8940 to get 2 months off your power bill covered if your home gets selected.
Looking for bold flavor and good vibes? Come to Finn's Fusion, right at 1191 Blue Hill Avenue. We're bringing you the best of Caribbean cuisine with a touch of African flavors. From savory breakfast sandwiches to mouth-watering small bites, the famous steak and cheese on cocoa bread, and daily $6 lunch specials. Stop by, grab a plate, and taste the fusion everyone's talking about. That's Finn's Fusion, 1191 Blue Hill Avenue, where flavor meets culture.
Spark FM.
Some of them don't like me. Some of them just fight me. All of them could rock so.
Spark FM.
One girl every day. One girl every day. Say me name and me magically appear.
Spark FM.
Body better get her cause she out here looking fun. Better pop it because I'm out here popping mine. Don like this Don Julio gon' do the trick every time.
Spark FM.
So can you come pick up your clothes? I have them folded.
Join us on Facebook and Instagram at sparkfmonline.com. Turn us up.
All right, let's take a look.
Hey baby, even though you break my heart, I still love you, and I always will. Sorry is all that you can say. Years gone by and still the words don't come easily. Like sorry, like sorry. Forgive me is all that you can say. Years gone by and still the words don't come easily. Like forgive me, forgive me. And you can say, baby,